Surprise results study finds skyrocketing rate of abstinence among millennials. I think a lot of them are watching the adults around them and concluding that sex without limits is not making people happy. Think millennials are the most sexually active generation in history. Think again. Say the authors of a new study released on Monday. The number of young adults born in the 1990s who report they are not having sex is more than twice as high as it was for the baby boomer generation, a sign they have learned from the fallout of sexual revolution, experts tell LifeSite News. The study found that 15% of millennials aged 20 to 24 said they had not had sex since age 18. More than those born in the late 1960s, 6%, 1970s, 11%, or 1980s, 12%. That is lower than their fellow millennials born in the previous decade. The definition of sex is left up to the respondent to define. However, the number of women who were sexually abstinent as young adult tripled since 1960s, while the number of the men doubled, according to the study, which appeared in the Archive of Sexual Behavior. I think a lot of them are watching the adults around them and concluding that sex without limits is not making people happy. Particular parents with multiple marriages and divorces. Dr. Jennifer Roback Morse of the Ruth Institute told LifeSite News. The study concluded that the new sexual revolution has apparently left behind a larger segment of the generation that first thought. The idea that these kids are left behind by the sexual revolution is quite strange. As if they've somehow been sealed in a bomb shelter and never knew it happened. Rebecca Ois, Physical D, the Association Director of Research for the Center of Family and Human Rights, CFAM, told LifeSite News more likely they've seen the experiment running its course and decided they'd rather learn from someone else's mistakes instead of their own. The finding dovetails with CDC figures that show a majority of teenagers are choosing not to have sex. Only 41% of high school students report sexually active, a 13-point drop since 1991. Millennials also have a lower average number of sexual partners, 8, than either baby boomers, 11, and Generation X, 10. Valerie Huber, the president of Assessend, I can't even read that word, told LifeSite News that her group, formerly the National Abstinence, Kira, stop messing with that, gloves. Abstinence Education Association commissions the Barna Group to survey 18 and 19-year-olds and found similar results. The majority did not like the idea of hooking up, and most of those who were not sexually experienced were waiting for a committed relationship. Some do not know what to make of the results. The Washington Post wrote, "Delaying sex is not necessarily bad, experts say. Numerous studies show having sex at a younger than average age leads to negative results, and while delaying sexual activities and reducing the number of partners has positive outcomes." Donna Heine of Ohio State University found that. Okay, so obviously they're talking about surprise results study finds skyrocketing rates of abstinence among So it seems like the kids are not doing what they're doing, which is good news. You know, I got daughters and I don't want them to be doing any of this, not for a long time.